center line, which is also that construction line that we need. All right, so that's our axis of revolution. So if I want to do polygon and revolve the polygon, I can do that. I would keep that horizontal, nicer. Okay, so I would do a construction line from here to here, and make that vertical. So now I have two construction lines, so it may get confused, and it's going to ask me, well, which one do you want to revolve it around? This is still blue, so I'm going to go ahead and add a dimension, make it, and I have this distance as well. Okay, now it's all black. So that's all I need to create this revolve. If it has only one axis, then it's not going to ask me. But if it has multiple axes, it's going to ask me which one you want to do. So let's go out, and that's the revolve. And it says axis of revolution. So it didn't pick it automatically. I say that. Alright, it generates that. You can create cross sections if you want. It shows the cross section of it. So that's what we need. I'm going to go ahead and delete this revolve. Delete the sketch. And start over. Okay, so now you have to have a sort of a strategy. You can start from outside, or you can start from inside. I'm going to go create the hub first, and then I'm going to create the spokes, and then I'm going to create that rim. Okay, so your method might be different, that's okay. So I'm going to do that sketch. Pick one of these planes. I'm going to do the hub, which is like that. And it's so the size of that is 40. All right, I don't make that center feature. That's something separate. I'm just going to do it separately. All right, so feature, extrude. The size of it is 25. So that's 25. Okay. I can go ahead and create that center feature too. I might delay it and do it later, but I'm going to show you something new, so I'm going to go ahead and make that feature now. So I'm going to sketch on that, and do a rectangle. So the size of that rectangle is 15 by 15. So I would say that this is equal to that. And its size is 15. Okay, and its location. I told you before that, you know, not to rely on the location of this origin. You can, of course, do it. You can align this one with the origin, but origin is an abstract thing. You should prefer to make the relationships with physical things. So if you want to do it quickly, you can do it with that, but if you want to do it really get the habit of doing things functionally, you would click on that and maybe click on this and say concentric. Okay, this way you're defining the features with respect to the other features and not with respect to some abstract. Okay, I don't do this, you can do sketch fillets, but usually fillets are left to the end, to the last step. Then you can go and add fillets to your features. So I would highly recommend that you leave the fillets until the last step, because fillets are relatively complex mathematical entities, and when you do cuts and relationship distances, sometimes even today's SolidWorks, they get confused with the fillets. So leave the fillets to the last if you can. That would be the best way to do it. All right. So this is all done. I'll come out, do the cut. This one. And through all. So I made that. And so one of the things you can do, and sometimes it's necessary, you can suppress features. Okay? If I suppress this, it doesn't go away, it just is there, but it's not part of the model anymore. You can turn it back on, and it comes back. If I suppress this one, okay, this one also would go away, because this depends on that. I located this with respect to that. If this information is not available, that information would not be available either. So if I suppress this one, okay, both of them go away. So I turn this back on, and I close. All right, so that's suppressed. Now I'm going to make the spokes. So the spokes would come out of the center, and they project 92 millimeters up. Okay, in the center, there's no surface that I can click on. I can click on these, but that may not work with the patterning, because I'm going to make one of the spokes, and I'm going to create a pattern of 4. So, but I do have one of these. You see that top plane? That's available. So I'm just going to use that as a sketch plane. I can even keep it showing, so it would not go away. Okay, so it's right there. I'm going to sketch on this top plane and do a circle. And let's look at it directly. Okay, so what it is, I need to put it right in the middle. And what is the size? The size is the size of 12. So that's the size of the spoke. And I have to put it in the middle, so I can use this silhouette. That's the silhouette. And I can do a construction line from here to here. And put this in the middle of that construction. So that's one way to do it. The other one is to drop the perpendicular from here to there and drop the perpendicular from here to there and center. So many different ways of doing this. Okay, so right here it's like that. I'm done. I'll go and make this spoke. So that's extrude. And the size from the center to the center of the that rim is 92, so that would be 92. Okay. Of course, that shows up in the middle. That's okay. We can get rid of it later. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and hide this too. All right, and then I need to have 4 of these spokes, so I can create a pattern of features with this. The feature pattern is there. It's a linear pattern, that's a circular pattern. So creating a pattern just needs a feature and an axis for the pattern. So here says pattern axis, okay. It's the axis of the cylinder, so it would. It's intelligent enough to know that it's the axis of that cylinder. We want equal spacing, and we want 4, and it goes all around. Okay, and the feature is that one. Okay, so it created this preview that shows there are 4 of them. And if everything shows fine, you just say accept. And we have this one. So this is the reason I wanted to sort of delay this feature until I do the spokes, and then I cut it to open that. Of course, you can cut it at the end. That's easy. It is also possible to rearrange these features. Not always, but sometimes. In this case, I can put the cut after that. So instead of delaying it, I had the cut and I just moved it down. So if I go back to construction of this thing, that's the first one. The second one was this, so it didn't do the cut. Circular pattern, and then did that. Okay, this is just being a little fancy.
How'd you move that code in? You just drag
Yeah,
it
you
up
can,
or-
if they're not dependent on each other, okay, if they're dependent, it shows an X. It says you can't put something that depends on the previous one. So in this case, it's not. I can put it there, like that, or I can put it back here. Okay. So
Real quick,
you don't need to do that, of course. You can just, this moving things around is something that it's not always necessary. Yeah.
so I'm clear on what you were saying about the feature being dependent, like if you would not be allowed to move that cut before the cylinder because the cut is dependent on the cylinder.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I put put it here, it says you can do it there, you can do it there, but I can't do it before that. It's not showing it before. Okay, now, one more thing left, two more. One is the wheel, the rim, and the other one is putting the fillets. So for the rim, I need a circle here, and I need to revolve that circle. So we can do one of these planes. Which one is that? Right. So let me keep that visible. And maybe okay, so this is what we have. I'm going to put a circle here, and a construction line or center line here, and then I'm going to revolve that circle to go all around. Let's look at it direction. Okay, so let's sketch, and yeah, that was selected before, so put a circle here. I need to put the center in the middle of that, which I can do. Click on this one. This is the silhouette of that feature surface. We can do the midpoint there. And the size of that is 19. Okay, and I only need a center axis for it to revolve, so I'm going to just do a center line, and it's going to be right in the middle. And that's it. So then we can exit that and do revolve. It already knows everything, so we can do that, and like that. And for the fillets, there's a fillet feature. It's there, fillet, and you can. The size of that fillet is 3. Radius is 3, so I'll change that to 3. And then I'll pick all the edges that I need, like that one. For fillet, it's see-through, so you can easily, you don't need to rotate the model to click on those. It knows that you're picking edges, so it shows the edges. And that one. And so this one shows the tangent edges. There is an option to not display tangent edges if you want to find that somewhere in the system options, I think. Options. I can't find it. There's an option that says don't show those tangent lines. Okay, so that's it. You know, and you can test